Hi there. I'm Matt Vanacoro with AskAudio, and today we're checking out the TC Electronics Brickwall HD Native with hardware controller. So this is a plug-in hardware controller combo that will do some really great things for your mastering chain. So you've got a mastering Brickwall limiter plug-in with a dedicated USB control surface. This is a transparent master limiter algorithm, so it's for your typical mastering setup. And you've also got a loudness limiter for preparation for streaming services like Spotify and Apple Music. So if you want to really get an eye on, comparisons of your mix to make sure that they're compliant for those services or going to sound the best they can or the loudest they can for those services, it's very handy. There are a ton of presets for a variety of genres, as well as loudness presets for modern services, from Amazon devices to you name it. So you can really get in there. It's not just Apple Music and Spotify. You can jump in there and get mastering loudness levels for just about any device, any service you need. The plugin itself is VST, AU, and AAX native compatible, so it runs in just about every DAW that you're going to need it to run in. There are soft clipping curves for an analog feel on the plugin as well, so you don't have to worry about running to the line too much. There are 8 buttons on the physical controller and 2 knobs, so you can get it as a package with this physical controller. That's what I reviewed. The controller itself is physically sturdy. There's a clear text display, very responsive and reactive meters. The buttons have a nice satisfying click when you touch them. They got an LED to let you know which stage you're working on, and the knobs are super fast and responsive. No latency. When you adjust the knobs, you see everything happening immediately on the plugin and immediately on the screen of the device if you want to use the device as well. Physically, this controller does a great job of integrating with the plugin itself. It's a great combination of hardware and software. It's not a generic controller. The controller itself is labeled specifically for running this plugin, the Brickwall HD Native. So that's kind of nice. You won't have to get used to, oh my God, what did I assign that button to again? Everything is clearly labeled, works right on the display of the device and on the display of the plugin when you have it open. So I really love, and that's one of the things I love, how the hardware continues to react and work with the plugin even when the window isn't open. So it keeps your desktop clutter free, moves some controls to the side. So if you're mastering, you're working on the audio, you don't have to have the plugin up and open in front of you. So you instantiate the plugin on your DAW, but you can control it and you can use your limiter right here on the device without having to open the window with the mouse and anything like that. And that's really good because it keeps your desktop, free for doing minor edits and fades and things like that to the audio. And as you're working, if you want to go back and push the limiter a little harder, you don't need to open up the plugin. You reach over on your desktop, you adjust a knob, and it's good to go. So it also allows the mastering engineer to have their hands on the controls while keeping your head in a fixed position, which is nice. So a lot of us, if you have a dual monitor setup, you could be twisting your head a lot. You could be looking up to look at your big computer screen or your TV. This allows you to actually just keep your hands on the knobs and keep your head straight forward and make some adjustments. And I really like that. You don't have to take your eyes off the screen as you're making the adjustments. You can just go ahead and do it right on the device. So I like that. The limiter itself feels very precise and artifact-free. The workflow really encourages you to act more like a mastering engineer. For those of you that don't consider yourselves one, but just play one on TV. The desktop mastering is becoming very popular. A lot of people are having to learn this art in-house, and this is a great way to definitely jump in and get started. I found it to be, in general, an excellent marriage of hardware and software in a market where the hardware control can sometimes not really enhance the workflow. In this case, with a dedicated controller for that one specific tool, I find it really incredibly useful, and I think it was also quite reasonably priced. So it's one of the cheapest mastering tools that you'll find. So definitely worth checking out, the TC Electronics Brickwall HD Native with hardware controller. I'm Matt from AskAudio, and thanks for dropping in with us today.